50 utilities tools. So I will just select 10 out of it. Okay, which is the function I select is general, which is commonly used by the company or by the user. Okay, so first I go for the first one is select material. Okay, so this function is to help you to filter, to select or to choose the material from your SolidWorks library. Okay, so this function is easily to find the material according to your spec. For example, let's say you want to find a mass density in 7,500, then you just key in the value in, then you filter up for you. Okay, so the key feature is the filters and apply selected to your material to your document. So I will show you in SolidWorks. So here is my SolidWorks. So you can see I have the myCADtools tab here. Okay, this is all the function show. Okay. So actually from here you can see from the add-in, there is an add-in over here. Okay. So once you have ticked this one, then you can see in your SolidWorks. Okay, so from here, I will show how to use the select material. Okay. So from my right hand side here, I have the select material function. Okay, so here it shows the library for SolidWorks. Hello? What? Hello? Hello, okay. Sorry, for just now, I continue uh, for this. Okay, so here is the library from the SolidWorks. Okay, so in here you can see all the library, same as a SolidWorks. Okay. So in this filter, we have a filter here. Okay. So in here is you can filter by mass density, yield strength, tensile strength, and materials. All this you can filter it. So for example, I filter this material under the mass density. Okay. So I just choose the density. To 7,500. Oh, okay, sorry, I choose this one. 7850. Right. So I just on this one for this filter. So once I click on OK, yeah. So in here, it will filter up all the density with 7850 density. So this function is useful when you want to find the specific parameters for the material. Hello. Yeah. Can you guys hear me? Hear my voice? Hello. 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 Okay. So I continue from here. Yeah. So in here is this is the filter material. Okay. So in here you can see the materials, the properties of the material, and the appearance, hatching. Okay, all those material can be shown in here. Even there is a there's no type. Some of the material that have a curve, so even the curve also can be shown over here, right? So this one is to uh, the good part of it is it can help you to filter your material. Even like the yield screen, you can filter it. You just select the yield screen parameter. Right. Okay, so means there's nothing shown here means that this match these two, there is no material for this value with this yield screen. Okay, so once I go back to the filter here, so I just untick it. Okay, so I got this. Then from here, you can just apply. Yeah, and then you apply to your SolidWorks part. Okay, so I go back to the next one. Right. So the next one is drive assembly. Okay, so this one is to allow you to control the assembly dimension to analyze the movement, the component movement. Okay, so it means that you can control add in the dimension there, and then you can create the step of the, then you can analyze how it moves from there. So we also can create a path curve for a certain point. So you can check is it any interference or any crashing between the parts. Yeah, show in SolidWorks. Okay, so I close this one. Right. Okay. So in this assembly is robot arm assembly. Okay. So in here we have a lot of mates already. Okay. So we have angle mate, system mate, and a lot of things over here. So next thing is I'm going to use the drive assembly function, right, which is this one, drive assembly. Okay. So in here, so you already add in all those the angle mates inside my assembly. Okay. So we have a beginning. So this one is started angle and angle. So how many steps? How many movements? So from here, let's say the first one. Okay. So in here, the first one is the upper arm. You can set the beginning. Okay, let's say I start with 100 angle degree. Okay. So you start with 100, then end is 180. So each of the step is 10 mm. Like up to here is 110. Each increment is 10. Okay. So in here, it will stated over here the started and the end. Okay, so you can control when it will start, at which angle it can start, and the end in which angle. Okay, so at bottom here you have a more function, okay, where you can check the interference part. So during the movement, this part is it will crash with another. You can set the parts so that from the movement from here to go down, is there any crashing to others part. So next is the curve point. So we have the curve point. So this one, I just select right over here for the curve point. All right. So it will generate the path. All right. So once you have set this all, then just click OK. Yeah, it depends on my angle. Just I put 100, so it overlap a bit. Okay, so you see the movement here. So each of the rotation, each of the movement, it follow the steps and the angle here. Yeah. So at the end here, so this one is the result of the angle. It's like at 100 angle. So the position of this one is 0. So at angle 2 dimension is 0. So each of the position is listed out the angle this. Right. So this one is the interference. There's no. Next thing is on the curve. We will give you a curve. Yeah, I think I need to change this one because it's not it's crashed already. So 100 and make it as 0, for example. Yeah, I try to calculate again. Okay, so I just tried the alright. Okay. So in here, this is the curve path according to this point. So this one is the drive assembly to analyze the movement and generate the curve point and the curve path. So I go back to the next one. Yeah, this next one is a smart dimension, smart drawing. So this one is automatic generate all the drawing from part to drawing. Okay, so this you can set the different drawing templates for different parts, for part mode, assembly mode, and drawing mode. So it's an automatic convert from the part to the drawing. So let's see on this. So I just close this one. Okay, first I need to open some parts. Okay, from this folder, open up this part, for example. Okay, then I need to use this smart drawing. So you pop up a template. Okay, so this is the smart drawing template. All right, so in here is you can add on a folder or add on parts. So for example, I add on this part, we add in the active document. Okay, so I add in this active documents. So you show the allocation, the version dates, and the sizes. So in here is the drawing template for part, assembly, method, and development. So as you can see, this is the location of the template. So next is I'm going to show the template for you. Okay. Let's say I open up one of it. Okay. So this one is one of the templates. Okay. So in this template, they already have a predefined view. Okay. So for example, in this one, okay. So this one, the predefined view is a front. It's a front view. So this one is a projected view. Okay. So in this template, they already have a predefined view inside. So how to add in this? Okay, you can go for here, drawing, predefined view. Right. So from here is I click on here. All right. Let's say this view is the isometric view. Okay, just set the orientation, isometric view. Okay. So this one is the front view. So this one is the isometric view. So this one can be predefined. So even like you can from here to do a projected view, okay, to get a project view from here. So after you already set this one, then you need to save as a template. Okay. So you need to save as a drawing template. Okay. So this one is how to set a predefined view. Okay, I close this one. All right. So next thing I go back to this smart dimension. Sorry, it's a smart drawing. Okay, so in here is, for example, for this part, okay, you can just link to the template that you have set just now. Okay, so I have this one A4 size, okay, with front view and the isometric view. Right, just use this template. Right. And then I add on the active document, okay, which is the file I opened just now. Even I can add more, right? I can add more from the folder. Okay, I add on this one. Yeah, I can add this too. Next is this one is a drawing name. Okay. So window means like this one is follow the part name, right? You can customize it. Let's say I just delete this one. Okay. I can add on others properties. So means the drawing generated, you follow this configuration. Yeah, just add a date, the created date. Yeah. So the drawing names will follow this format. So this is the location. And then next is you can set configuration. You create sheet with edit configuration only, or you have more than one configuration, then you can go for this one. Every sheet will have a you follow each of the configuration. Right. The next thing is you can put in dimension as well. So we have the option to key in to have the dimensioning automatically. So this here they categorize as part, assembly, and drawing. So under drawing is you set the table. Okay, we have a weapon card list for weapon part, the whole table division, and this one is the bomb. Okay, so you also follow part mode and assembly mode. Okay, so next is I just set up this one, click OK. So this is just an option to set up. Okay, for sheet metal, say I just you can specify scale for flat button. Just make it as 1:2 scale. All right. Then next is just apply. So you will run for these two parts. So if you add in a folder, so it depends on how many parts in your folder. So you will run each of it. After you have complete, you have a report here. All right. So you have a summary. How many files, how many documents, then how many is successful. So you also have a listed out how many is still to process. So it gives you a report from there. I just click from here. Then next is I open up the drawing tab. So this is the file name that I customized just now. Okay, let's say I open up this one. Okay, so from here we have a front view, projected view, and so on the isometric view. So if follow the template, it come up the view automatically. Okay. So this one is the table. So this table can be customized. Yeah, all we need to do just a minor adjustment. Okay, so as you can see, there is a few is empty because the properties inside the part is not filled up yet. So from here, you need to fill up. Just make sure all the properties inside here, you need to fill up all. And you need to fill up all these ones. Then your drawing will come. Yeah. So make sure that your parts will have all these properties to fill up. So this smart drawing is automatic, create all these views. So I'll show another example, which is this one. This one is the sheet metal part I covered just now. Okay, so in here is the first sheet is the normal view. Okay. This is the normal view, the isometric view. So the second one is also create cut button view in this drawing. Yeah. So since it is too big, okay, from here I need to change the size. So either you change the scale or you change the size of your drawing sheet. Okay. So this one is all generate from the smart drawing, from the part itself. Okay, so this one is the function of the smart drawing. Okay, so you need to have a template and add on all the files here. Okay, next is smart properties. So this one is allow you to create and modify the list of the properties, custom properties in your part assembly. So it will come out an input form. So you just need to select the value that you want. Then you once apply, you automatically shown in the part. So the input form can be customized as well. Right, I go back to the SolidWorks here. I'll open up the file. So this one is from the folder batch property. Okay, for example, I open up this. Okay, so batch from this one, let's check on the file property. Okay, so you only have a description, render, number, and project. So this one is key manually. If you are using the batch properties here, it's a smart properties. So you have a list of input over here, where you can just input the value, revision, part numbers, even the language you can select. Alright, so once you have this, then just click OK. Then go back, I check my file properties again. Right. So you can see the information here. You can see all the information automatic appear in this custom properties. Okay, so for this one, the input can be customized. Okay, this one can be customized. We have a setting here. Okay, so the general properties. So this one is I set up previously. Okay, so we have a lot of formats here for standard, advanced, Okay, you can add in text. For example, this one, I add in this. Then I just rename it. Okay. So this one is for the simple text, means like the input is we need to key in manually. So this one is the specification. Now, for example, I make it as a require field. This one is a must key in this value. You have a lot of settings to play around. So like this one part number is also a simple text. So you allow only numbers. These two is you can set up different settings here. Next one is, let's say I delete this and I will do back again. And this one is a drop down menu. So I just drag in this drop down menu, in the text. Then in this drop down menu means that you need to link to a file, which is a text file. So originally I have a text file for language. So inside this text file, I already have some parameter here. So if you have extra input, then you just edit this text file. So once I link it, in here I can choose for language language parameter. So this one is for drop down menu. Even like you can add in date. I set as today's date. So I just apply. Right. So after I apply the setting, then the parameter, just customize the setting will appear here. Okay. So once I click on OK for this, then it will automatically add into the custom properties. Alright. Yes, I open up, I try, this one is for assembly. Okay, whatever I said just now, the properties is for assembly. Let's say I open up a part file. Okay, if I go for the smart properties, yeah, so it's slightly a bit different. So we have part mode and assembly mode, you can have a different setting, different input. Okay, so I go back to the next one. So this one is smart property. So you have an input to key in. The next one is the dash properties. Okay, so this one is a bit different from just now. Okay, this one is the automatic apply SolidWorks or window properties to a set of SolidWorks file. Okay. So means that I can specify the properties. Okay, what kind of properties that is the same for all the files. Okay. Just now is we have an input to key in. So this one is different. It's like some of the file and some of the properties is always the same. Okay. So we can just set in here and then apply to all the parts instead of you use it, you key in one by one. Alright, I just open up some of the files here. Okay. Okay, so the batch property can access from here. Even you can use start, then you can search from here, from the window. Then you can get this. I go for the batch properties. Okay, so the same thing, so you can add in folder or specify. Yeah, just go for folder. So here I link it to the batch properties part. Then you select this folder. So read-only file are not taken into account, will not appear in the report. Okay. So let's check that the batch property part folder. Yep, you have a few parts inside. Okay. So next is to set up the property link. Yeah, just make it 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so in here is, so you need to define what kind of value, what kind of custom property in here. So I just make it as a finish for this one. Then this one is set as a revision. Design bind. So this 3 is custom properties. So I just, so all this is same to each of the parts. Yeah, just key in this one, the value for the surface finish, so the division, and the design line. So I just key in these 3. The next is, all we need to do is just click on apply. So just view the log file. Okay, so in here it say that the file successful is 5. We have 1 field. If you list up if there is a field file process. Let's check on that. Let's check on this. So all this is you already apply in. So all the parts in the folder, so we have all these properties already. So this one is for batch properties. But even some of the properties you already key in, so you want to remove it, it can be done also. So it disappeared because just now I did not save. I did not save the template. So in here, they have you can link it to the property. So you can also be delete. Let's say this delete property. So things that the parameter that you already applied. So you have an option to delete from the file. So if I click on apply, it means like all the surface finish parameter from this part will be deleted. So this one is the bash properties. So next is we have a function for values is to find where is the part assembly is using. So you use under which assembly and where the location. Okay, we have a values over here. Okay, so this one is first is document to search. You need to link what kind of file that you want to search. I will link it. So this is the part file for French. So in this part file, there is a lot of configuration here. So for example, I just want to find C1 and C2 configuration. And you can specify the folder. You can add on the folder. So I in here, this folder, it will search the file under this folder, then click on search. Okay, so in here you have the assembly and the parts with the configuration. So for C3 and C1 configuration is using under this assembly. So for C1 is using this here. So this is to find the parts is using which configuration and which assembly. So at last, it also shows the location, the file location. Okay. So this is for searching the values. Okay, next is smart bomb. It's create bomb from an assembly or part or a welded component or weldment. Means that you do not have to import this to the 2D drawing. So we can straight away use this smart bomb to extract the bomb base. So you can also after you extract, you can export it to text or Excel file. Okay. You need to find the smart bomb. Yeah. Here you have this. Okay. So first is you need to specify your assembly file. The assembly, the spider, this is my assembly. Okay. So you also can set the configuration of this assembly. Then you click on apply. So it will list out all the parts belong to this assembly, including the quantity, the description, the name. Okay, even you can edit the description here. You can edit the description under here. You will link it to this part. And the bomb setting, you can set up differently. You have the option to set up your bomb. Even I can create more than one. Even I can create more than one. So more than one with different properties. So in here is you can set condition. You can set condition of this BOM. So if this is property equal to which one, then the BOM will be as this, or the part will be going to this BOM. So you have the option to set up. Apply here, and you see this one is I add in just now. In here, this can be customized as well. Then I just remove this, add more column. Okay, you can bring it to the custom properties. Okay, I bring the part number. So you have this column. But make sure that this property in under your part you have cleaned the building. So now you have no value because I did not clean the part. Okay, just say drawn by. I have cleaned the value here. So it will show here. So after you have this BOM, then you can extract it to Excel. You can extract the BOM, the text, and the Excel also. So in this function, you do not have to always go to the 2D drawing. In here, you get all the details in the BOM. And then this one is the batch converter. Okay. So next is the batch converter. So this one is convert file and to step file or DSS, PDF in the batch. So we have a lot of formats can be export. You just a few button click, then you can export it. So for the batch converter, under here too. So it's very easy to find the functions. You just go to tools, myCADtools, then you can just pick the function that you need. Then you have an export, import, export file, import file. This is the format. So what is the export format? The setting for e-drawing, we have a setting for e-drawing, PDF, so on. So even you can export it to the master part in DSF format. Okay, so this one is the setup, the option. Then next is add a folder for this. So I'll just go for my file, the dash converter. So I have part file, part folder, and selected part. So I just go for parts, select this folder. Of course, you can add more. You can add in more folders. Then after that, you can export it. I just take one of it first. because there's too much file inside. Just take time to run. So just keep it as a parasolic. Okay. Here at the top here is 3D file with all the exported 3D format. Yeah, bottom here is the 3D format. I just go for 3D first. Then I just apply it and it helps me convert to 3D. And the SolidWorks must be open because it will run in the background, but you open it and convert it. So at this time, use SolidWorks for design. You need to leave it to let it run. Okay. So inside the folder, you see after it convert it, it change the folder. This is the report. So this is all the exported file. Sorry. Okay. So the target folder you can be specified. Okay. Target location. Yeah. Target location of the generated file. They are specified on the folder file. So all the export will go to this folder. So you can set the location that you want, or you can set under the same folder of the 3D. So you have a lot of settings here to control. Even you can insert picture. Like this one is this picture is approved picture. So even you can insert this one into the 2D drawing or PDF. Okay, so go try out one of the drawing. One of the drawing here. Okay, for this drawing and export to PDF. Apply. So the logo approved will shown in the PDF there. Okay, so after it has done, let's see that you have this 3D drawing with the picture inside. Yes. Okay. So this one you can set in the brush palette. Okay. So next is show one of the example on the sheet metal part. To convert it to the for sheet metal part export all 40 physical file. So this is the setting. Click one of it in my sheet metal part. Okay. Then I go for the export. Okay, then let's check on the file. So this one, the DSF file. So it's from the 3D just now into this DSF. So this one is export. We also have can be done for the import. So import from the 2D or other format, import into the SolidWorks. So we have setting for import and export. Yeah. So this one is this one is from the 3D export to DSF in the flatten mode. So you have the line with the line, the bounding box. Okay, so you follow the setting of this all the line. So if you untick, then it will not show. So this one is the back. But the next one is tomato manufacturing. So this one is to flatten the tomato part into the outside. So this one is on the batch convert, you have the capability to flatten into DSF. So in here, the sheet metal manufacturing function also have we have more advanced setting for the convert. So you can export it to DSF, which are flattened views of the body. Okay. So same thing, like you need to launch this sheet metal manufacturing, and then you need to add on the file. So what kind of properties? So what kind of properties that you want to add on? You want to export it to DSF. Okay. So here, this one is the option, the general option. On the setting, okay, the scale, margin, what kind of parts that they want to export. Okay, after you have set, then you come out with the DSF drawing view. So you can specify the folder that you need to export. So this is the final result. Okay, you can see this is all the properties, all the information for the semester. So here is more advanced, more options to show compared to just now the batch convert. Okay, so I have explained on around 10 functions for this myCADtools. Okay, so any question you can key into the chat box, or you can just email me here. This is my email. So anything, any question, you can just email us or email to the marketing. So we will get back to you. So thank you for joining. Goodbye.